If you can't even love somebody who deserves to be loved, which is God, God has no blemishes, He's perfect, how then can you love somebody who has all of these blemishes, who is shortcoming, who's imperfect? And that's why people jump into these relationships and they're super messed up.
You basically want me to be single forever. For example, I don't think I ever measure up to that. You know what I'm saying? Like even now in my current relationship, I find myself falling short all the time. So what would you say to that?
Who's telling you that though? Your thoughts. Don't trust your thoughts.
So then would you say go to a spiritual leader who's
Of course.
kind of, okay.
Of course. If you don't know how to love God, right, then there are people who actually love God and you can learn from them. If my car breaks and the transmission has issues, I don't try to be like, I don't know, and try to do it myself or watch a YouTube video. You have to go to a transmission specialist. It's the same thing. People focus on compatibility more than calling. You start to kind of only look at people and checkbox them, because then you're like, am I compatible? Okay, they have this issue, they have that issue. And it's not a bad thing in itself, but if they don't have in the center, they're not gospel centered, then they won't know how to truly surrender, because what they're gonna do is they're gonna bring their checkbox, you're gonna bring your checkbox, and you're gonna try your hardest to compromise between the two. But at that foundation, it's flawed already, because it's like, oh, I have my standard and you're gonna have to mold to mine. Well, what if I can't mold to yours? Then it's over. That's basically what it means. You can work it out, you can waste time. Later on, it just builds resentment, because you're like, I tried this, I tried that, and many of us have had this. It ends up just being horrible. When a person learns, I don't care about my standard and taking God's standard, and then that person also takes God's standard, then you guys are now aligned, at least spiritually, foundationally. There will be obviously some things that you struggle with, but it will be a spiritual battle versus like, I don't like the way you don't pick up your socks. And it's like, well, I don't like the way you tie your hair. And it's like all this stupid small stuff, right? You fight over nothing. You miss the forest for the trees, basically.